Welcome back, everyone. So, last time we read, Michael came face to face with Dr. Hatch, and they had a one on one meeting in Dr. Hatch's office. And Dr. Hatch revealed that when Michael was a toddler, he accidentally killed his dad with his electric powers because he was unable to control them. Sounds like his dad was one of the scientists working on that machine that caused the problem with the babies in the first place. So that's an interesting plot twist. And then Dr. Hatch also told Michael that he would need to stay at the academy and basically allow Dr. Hatch to use him for whatever he needs. Or he's basically threatened to kill all his friends and family, his mom, Austin, and Taylor. But if Michael agrees to go along with Dr. Hatch's plan, then he will set Michael's mom free. Austin will be free of harm, and then Taylor will also be free of harm, but Taylor will have to stay at the academy with them. So a lot happened. Let's keep reading to see what Michael decides he's going to do. Chapter 41 is called Austin's Plan. Austin was miserable. His stomach was growling, and he was homesick. Taylor came and sat by him. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. Remember that Austin is now in the cell with Taylor and the other glows down in the D level. "No. Are you afraid?" "Yeah, me too." She put her arm around him. "I wanted to tell you that. I'm sorry that I wasn't very nice to you back in Idaho." "I thought you were nice, except at that party when you kept threatening to reboot me." Taylor looked down. "Maddie's party. That seems like a million years ago. It's funny how the things that were so important back then don't matter anymore. Maybe Hatch is right. We've been brainwashed." "Hatch isn't right," Austin said. "Hatch is a devil. It's like my mother always says. The devil will tell 1,000 truths to sell one lie." Taylor slowly nodded. "Want to know something?" Austin looked at her. "What?" "I was jealous of you." "You were jealous of me?" he said. Taylor scratched her head. "You're so smart. I've always wished that I were that smart. But you get good grades. You don't really have to be smart to get good grades, just good at doing what they tell you to do." Austin slowly shook his head. "How could you be jealous of me? You have everything. You're like the most popular girl in the universe. Everyone loves you." "Not everyone. Being popular isn't always easy. You make enemies, and they're usually people who pretend to be your friend. Frenemies." "I never thought of that. So maybe I do know something you don't," she sighed. "It all just seems so stupid now. What am I going to wear to Emily's party? What if Megan wears the same thing? Who is Chase going to ask to the prom? It's all so meaningless." Austin put his head down. "I wish those were still our problems." Taylor said, "Me too." "What do you think they're going to do to Michael?" "They'll try to break him." "It's my fault he's here." "No, it's not. I mean, he would have come after you, but he would have come anyway. They have his mother." "He's got a great mother." Austin touched her arm. "It's not your fault." She smiled sadly. "Thanks. Besides, even if it were, we're a club, right? All for one and one for all." "Yeah, I'd just rather be the one for all instead of the all for one." Austin sat back and breathed out heavily. "You know, there's something about all this I don't understand. Why have they kept these kids here for so long?" "What do you mean?" "Ian, Abigail, McKenna. They clearly aren't going to convert, so why don't they just," he hesitated, "get rid of them?" "I don't know." Suddenly Austin's eyes widened. "The only reason you keep something around is because it's valuable. That's it." "What?" "If they're valuable, they'll protect them." His whole face animated. "I have an idea how to get us out of here, but I'll need everyone's help." Taylor's eyes lit with hope. "Let's go talk to them." I wonder if Austin's going to threaten to hurt the other glows and they're going to go in on it to try to escape. Let's see. Chapter 42, The Attempt. In the darkness of the cell, Ian looked like a ghost, the pale glow of his skin rising a half-foot taller than Austin. He stood with his arms crossed at his chest, staring down at Austin. "That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard." "Keep your voice down," Austin said. "They'll hear us." "You don't tell me what to do, and here I'm in charge." "You're not in charge of me." "Yes, I am. This is my turf." "No, you're not my boss." "Are you dissing me?" "I'll diss you if I want. I'm not afraid of you, bat boy." "Oh my gosh." Ian got in Austin's face. "What did you call me?" "You two knock it off," Taylor said. He was just trying to help. "Keep out of it," McKenna said. There was an audible whir as the 3 of the 5 video cameras panned across the room. "Don't tell me what to do," Taylor said. "I'll fry your brain." Try it, McKenna said, her skin beginning to brighten. I'll cook you. You'll never get a chance, light bulb. Will you all stop it? Abigail said. It's bad enough we have them hating us. Ian growled. So, Chunky Soup here is dissing me for being blind? Chunky Soup, Austin said. Take it back. Ian uncrossed his arms. Make me. I will. I like to see you try, doughboy. The only exercise you get is unwrapping Twinkies. I'll roll you out like pizza dough. You're going to pay for that. Ooh, scary, Ian said. Austin rushed at him and knocked him over by the door. Ian groaned as he was hit to the ground. What the? McKenna, Ian shouted. Taylor's doing something to me. She's messing with my brain. A harsh voice came over the speaker system. Occupants of Cell B, stop what you're doing immediately. Ian began screaming. Abby, McKenna, stop the new girl. Stop her. That does it, McKenna said. You're going to pay. Bring it on, Dayglow, Taylor said. I can take both of you. The girls surrounded Taylor. Ian and Austin were locked in combat when the door clicked open. 2 guards ran into the room. Now, Austin said. McKenna suddenly burst into a brilliant light, temporarily blinding the guards. Taylor turned and focused on the 2 men as Ian charged at them, knocking them both over. Abigail and McKenna quickly jumped on the man, pulling their face from their belts and spraying them in the face with it. Pulling their mace from their belts and spraying them in the face with it. Taylor kept rebooting them over and over, and the men flailed about, confused and gasping from the mace. Austin, Ian said, come help me. They rolled the first guard over and handcuffed his hands behind his back, then dragged him inside. Next, they handcuffed and dragged in the second one and stuffed both of their mouths with toilet paper. Austin pulled their magnetic keys from their pockets. Got the keys? Ian asked. Austin held them up. Got 'em. Let's go, Ian said. Give us some light, McKenna, Austin said. On it. The 4 of them followed Ian out into the hallway, pulling the cell door shut behind them. Which way? Austin asked. The guards came from this direction, Ian said. How could you tell? Taylor asked. I'm an electric hound dog, Ian said. People leave electronic imprints when they move. They ran down the hall toward the service elevator. Oh, Ian said. They're coming. Suddenly, an alarm went off. Monkey butts, Austin said. Here, give me the key. Ian opened the elevator and they all rushed in. Go to the 2nd floor. That's the administration level. They won't expect that. Taylor hit the button. The door shut and the elevator began to move. The elevator hit the 2nd floor and paused, but the door didn't open. Suddenly, it began moving up again. What's it doing? Abigail asked. I don't think we're controlling it anymore, Austin said. The elevator climbed all the way to the 4th floor and froze. Ian's head dropped. We're dead. What do you see? Taylor asked. Trouble, Ian said. The door opened. There were at least 15 guards standing in front of them with guns drawn. On your knees, one shouted, and put your hands behind your head. Taylor, Austin asked. Taylor squinted. There's too many of them. Ian sighed and knelt down. The rest followed. You are smart, Ian said to Austin. That's the closest to freedom anyone has ever got. Austin sighed. Close only counts in horseshoes and nuclear weapons. Oh, bummer. I really thought they were going to make it, too. All right, chapter 43, Relocation. On the 2nd floor, Hatch had been watching the escape attempt unfold on the screens in front of him. After the teens had been handcuffed and separated, the chief of security reported to Hatch. The prisoners have been subdued, sir. Well done, Mr. Welch, he said. Return them to their cell. Put the human boy in solitary confinement. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Then Hatch's secretary's voice came over his phone. Your call, sir. Thank you. He pushed the button again. This is Hatch. The British voice sounded annoyed. What do you need? The BA money has made it into all the accounts. We're filtering it through Switzerland and the Cayman Islands. Our glow has been withdrawn from Dubai and relocated to our Italian compound. We're ready to commence evacuation of the Pasadena facility. What is the status of the Vey boy? I've given him 2 days to pick a side. He's got 18 hours left. And what side will he pick? The voice was monotone, but still managed to convey the intended threat. He'll be with us. He has too much to lose. I hope you're right. About the relocation, the board is rightfully concerned that you follow protocol. We want no attention drawn to our move. Of course. We'll evacuate the children first, then we'll drug and transport the GPs to our Lima facility. Our 727 will be sufficient for that. We'll destroy all records and quietly renovate the building. We already have the city building permits, and our leasing company has legitimate tenants ready to occupy the facility, a private school. Very well, then I'll see you in Rome in a few months. I look forward to it. After the last month, it would be nice to relax a few days. Just don't plan on too much of it. We're ready to launch to phase 2. All right, so clearly Dr. Hatch is in cahoots with this British guy, but we still don't know what their plan is, what they're trying to do. Chapter 44, the contract and a simple demonstration of loyalty. Oh, so Hatch is going to ask Michael to demonstrate his loyalty. This will be interesting. So this chapter actually seems a bit long, so I guess we'll go ahead and stop there for today, and we can see what they're going to make Michael do next time. Thanks for listening.